Hello again, welcome to another episode, I guess, of doing volunteer science on Zooniverse. If you don't know what Zooniverse is, it's just a fun little site where you can go on and contribute your brain power to help solve some puzzles for science. You don't need any prerequisites, you don't need any knowledge or anything. It's pretty easy to learn this stuff. They give you tutorials and everything, and so you know how to do it. And I'm just going to go through a couple of projects and we're going to have some fun. This time I brought my Wacom tablet so I can do some drawing in Etch-a-cell. So it's much easier to do drawing with this. Oops, just dragged something there. But yeah, I'm also sitting in the Gridcoin Discord chat if anyone feels free to come in and check it out and have a chat with me while I do it. Yeah, hopefully we can get some viewers coming in. I think I'll just quickly post the link around as usual. Post that there. I think we've got some here. Okay, and I think there's just one more place I think I have to put this thing. Where is it? Let's see, do we have any viewers yet? One viewer. Okay, cool. That's all the places advertised now, so I guess let's get started. Let me just get the chat up here just so I can see it. Alrighty. So yeah, let's get started. I think before we go on, yes, first item, jot down how many contributions I have. Alright, so we have 3, 4, 4, 3. Okay. Now, let's check out our new project, because I think I did see a new project. We have wildlife watching, so that one was looking at birds of prey and their eating habits, I guess. Then we have this. Let's check out what this is. Historic skies, mapping historic skies. Help us identify constellations in celestial maps from the older planetarium's collection. Oh, cool. In exhibit, mark constellations. One subject. Interesting. So, if we go into this, what do we have? Here we go. You are helping real researchers learn more about the oldest collection of constellation imagery. Many people are needed to look at each image, so contributions mean a lot. Constellations can come in many forms, collection of dots to a detailed illustration to depict anything from people like Orion to animals and objects like the Big Dipper. Blah blah blah, continue. Draw a rectangle around each constellation you see, keeping in mind there may be multiple constellations in each image. Oh, this is easy. Resize rectangle. Oh, yeah, this is a very easy one. Okay, let's go. Not zoomed in, okay. Hold on, is there anything we need to know about in the field guide? Kalium. What's this? Sharp tool for engraving. Okay, interesting. Cancer, Tropic of Cancer. It's a big crab. Okay, so, yeah, let's, is there anything we need to actually specifically know in here? What's Andromeda? Ah, a young woman with chains on her wrists. Interesting. Okay, let's do them. I like Infected Mushrooms music because it feels like science songs. Jeez, there's a lot in this image. Pavo. So yeah, this seems like a really easy project. I never knew it would be this easy. So you just literally put squares around the constellations. That's the easiest thing. I wonder what they are going to do with this data though, because I don't know whether they're going to send it through a machine learning algorithm, because I think that'd be probably pointless considering there's just a single collection of these, but I don't know. Let's keep going. There might be a whole lot of more data that I didn't anticipate. Because I assume this is just mapping the night sky, which, I mean, it's a finite set of possibilities, so shouldn't be that big. If someone wants to debate me, go for it. Okay, great. Done. Did that work? I already did it. Let's try refreshing. Already seen. Why is it giving me something already seen? Oh, here we go, hold on. Project switched to live with just one subject linked in order to test out final functionalities. Please check back. Oh, that's why. Okay. They're launching the project on the 21st. Okay. I'll be there for it because this seems like a very, very easy, very easy project, and I would love to help out with that. It's a very finite set, so so long as it gets through, it'll probably be done in like a day or two, considering the amount of people that actually are on this. Yeah, let's go back to the projects. Let's check it out. So that was a bit disappointing. For those of you that just joined, I noticed there's a couple more viewers on now. We just checked out this project, which is for mapping some constellations in like a planetarium's collection or something like that. And it seems like a very easy project, and they're currently not live. They're coming in the 21st of November, and literally all you have to do is just draw squares around constellations. So this is a very easy one. I'll definitely be reminding myself that this is happening. Yeah, and we'll do probably a bunch of that. I also brought my what's it called, drawing tablet with me. Come on, get the squiggles going. Squiggle. Yep, I don't want to push too hard because I'm going to click something. But yeah, I brought my drawing tablet because we're going to be doing Etch-a-cell this time. We're going to be doing a lot of Etch-a-cell. So for those of you that joined, if you don't know what Zooniverse is, it's just basically a site where you can come on and solve puzzles for science, or in this case do drawing for science, and help out some researchers get some data going and help identify things, because there's just so much data here that they got to sift through. They really need the help of anyone that they can get. So let me just quickly reshuffle my keyboard and we'll start getting ready identifying some mitochondria. Okay. Jeez, I gotta dust my desk. It's dusty. Okay. I think we almost got it. Let me just wipe a bit of this away. Jeez, so much dust. I think it's because I've been at uni all the time. I haven't had time to do anything. Alright, cool. So we're looking for mitochondria. If you've never done this project before, it's called Etch-a-cell. So you got to look through and draw around something. So in this case, we're looking for mitochondria. So mitochondria is stuff like this, which is like a really dark sort of grey, and they usually have lines through it. Yeah, we are looking at a electron microscope image of the mitochondria. And yeah, we just sketch around the mitochondria, and I'd say this data is going to go towards machine learning algorithms that'll come and learn how to identify mitochondria itself, but the researchers also claim that they're going to use this data to figure out pretty much how mitochondria works, because if you understand how mitochondria works, then you understand how a lot of the metabolizing processes within the body work. Is there something wrong with the tablet? It feels like it's really like rough. Weird. Alright. Anyway, let's keep going. And what we have here are different layers of the image, so we can check the different layers. This is like taking slices. So this is currently the middle, and for this project you always have to draw in the middle slice. And so what we can do is we can go up a slice, so we can go up on the cell, and then up again to see what's there. Because all of this is 3D, remember, then this can't be all 2D. But we can get a small representation of what it looks like in 3D by going through the different 2D dimensions. And so we have that. Now we just got to figure out which parts of these are actual mitochondria. I'm still keen on this one in the top corner. God, I hate the corner ones. Okay, I think that's done. Didn't we just get this one? I think they're out of data. I picked the wrong time to bring the tablet. I think I did bring the wrong time to bring the tablet. Sorry, picked the wrong time to bring the tablet. Give us another image. There we go. It's a lot better. Just gonna quickly open my door because it's getting a bit hot in here. That's what happens in summer. Alright, this is nice and chill, so let's do some more cells. Feel free to say hi in the chat. I'm a bit lonely tonight, there's no one hopping on. If you know the Gridcoin server, I'm currently in the voice chat on the Gridcoin server, so if you want to join me in there, you can feature on the live stream if you want. Otherwise, if you just have any questions, just feel free to post them in the chat. I like going through the chat and talking about what you guys have to say. I had a good discussion with someone last time we did this, actually. I forget what we were talking about. I think we were talking about virology, because they had a bit of an interest in virology. God, that is terrible. Let's do this better. I can zoom in a bit. That's a bit better. Give me the pen. There we go. Two viewers. Let's see if I can break my record. I think my record was 7 viewers. Alright, let's see if that thing in the corner is a mitochondria. I think it is. Yep, that is. Come on, click. There we go. Done. Alright, is that 2 individual mitochondria or is that one big mitochondria? That's one big mitochondria. Because if you take a look at what we're seeing here, what you're actually seeing in the real 3D dimension, let's say we're looking at it side on, so if we were to put this image sort of like side on, as if we were looking at it like a thin piece of paper, the mitochondria should look something like this. Okay, and so what you're seeing in this location here is that little trough right there. Okay, so that's where that's where the electron microscope has its flaws, because we're only looking at a single dimension. And so that's why we have these layers, to see whether it is exactly one mitochondria, which it looks like it is. And so in that case, we treat it as such. Okay. And we will do this one. It's a nice egg shape going there. Now, is that a mitochondria in the corner? Yes, it is. Okay, all done. Oh, there's nothing much to talk about. I guess I could ramble on about the VR conference that I went to the other days. So yeah, I was at VRST 2019, and basically what VRST is a big VR conference where all sorts of researchers from around the world come in and show what they're doing with VR. So like, for example, some guy was figuring out how much of an error in an offset from the person's real hands to the virtual VR hands can you have before it becomes too obvious. Another person was showing off VR underwater, so showing how you can use VR underwater to train astronauts that go up into the space station. And yeah, just all sorts of other stuff. There was a guy that was showing how drones can be used as joysticks, so like literally flying drones, and they just have like little strings attached to them that you can pull on to use as joysticks. And yeah, it was a really cool conference. There was one in the conference, and you can check my Twitter because I've reposted it all to my Twitter. If you want to check out my Twitter, I think I should have the extension down at the bottom of my stream where you can see my Twitter, and hopefully it's still working. I retweeted a video. Actually, I uploaded my own video of there was one researcher who made this sort of VR game or VR utility where what's it called? You can manipulate proteins in molecular dynamic simulations and stuff like that, I think. Yeah, so that was really awesome. So imagine playing Fold It, and I'll just quickly show you what Fold It is. So this is another similar to Zooniverse, except it's focused on only one thing, which was oh, interesting. Are they posting stuff? Oh, interesting. Cool. They have reports now. Great. There's still, yeah, this is real new. Awesome. Yeah. So basically, it's where you fold proteins. This is manual folding of proteins, and they find that people usually find much better folds of proteins through humans than through computers. And what they were showing off in the VR lab was a program in VR which is pretty much similar to Fold It, where you go in and you fold proteins to see what's what, sort of thing. And it helps out scientists because I guess it just makes it easier to see it in that 3D sense. Funny, in that game or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, toolkit, the avatar that you are playing as is basically in a UFO. So you can just like fly around like a alien, doing all the alien stuff, manipulating those proteins. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, cool. That's one big mitochondria down there. Wait, did I put something down there accidentally? I don't care. Oh, I messed it up. I swear we keep getting, whenever I do this, I keep getting the same cell. Like, this looks exactly like the same cell that I've been getting for the whole time now. Except it's just like different time intervals that they got it from. Yeah, that's all the mitochondria. Yeah, I swear this is the exact same cell. Because it's also, all the mitochondria is also in the same spot. Whoa, I feel like I'm gonna go to sleep doing this. Let's just check whether that is a mitochondria. Yeah, it's a mitochondria. I think once we get bored of this, I'll switch over to muons. Alright, that seems to be all the mitochondria. Switch on my fan, it's actually getting hot now. For some reason, it's like almost midnight and it feels super hot in here. I think it's just because this whole room's made out of brick, so it just traps all the heat in, even though I have the door open. Is that thing down there a mitochondria? Yes, it is. Cool. Alright, so we better mark this one. This one, that was a terrible one. Hopefully we can get some more Americans on. I know it's starting to become morning over there, so if you're drinking your cup of tea, why don't you come watch me do some volunteer science while you're drinking your cup of tea. We can talk about science if someone has a topic. But yeah, we're just etching some cells here. I like the last one that they had, which was sketching the nucleus. That was really fun. And yeah, currently, if anyone new has joined, I've just got my drawing tablet out and drawing around some mitochondria. Jeez, it's super hard finding something to talk about when you're all alone in the voice chat. Oh, I think I realized maybe these are actually like depth related images, so as they as I progress with the image, it'll just go lower and lower on the same cell. No, so that's one, and that's one. The stuff on the outside of the cell is interesting. It's like a cell membrane, but it looks like it's not even a part of a cell. And it doesn't look like bacteria either, it just looks like it's a part of like the husk or whatever it is. Does it go down? Yeah, it passes through. Oh, I mean, that's probably just like flakes, but we're only seeing like 2D pictures of them, so we can only see one like portion of the flakes. Like, that's bound to be connected to something down here. Get rid of that. So yeah, this is bound to be connected to something on either one of those ends. This thing's bound to be connected to something, so it seems really interesting. It's like a big hairball, or it's like a big nest. And here's another one. Yo, if you just joined, sit down, have a cup of tea. I have a feeling that most of the people watching are probably going to be in America or Europe, so if that's the case, America's just waking up, so grab your cup of tea. If you're in Europe, it's probably like lunchtime or something, so go grab a, I don't know, a baguette. Is that what you guys eat over there? Not to stereotype, but I think baguettes are pretty popular over there, if I'm not mistaken. Over here, that like you only buy them like once every like I don't know, like a month. Once a month, you'll be like, hey, let's get a baguette, and you say, oh, but we have to cut it up. That's boring, and we don't want to cut it up because it takes effort. But yeah, baguettes over in Australia here aren't that very popular. And hey, look at me, midnight talking about baguettes. And I would like to erase that. Jeez, I hope this gets some views. I'll put baguette in the tag when I upload it to YouTube or something. These videos aren't meant for monetization, so that's why I like to try and keep monetization off where I can. What's those things on the outside of the cell? They look like Ebola. Look at that. Looks like Ebola. Oh no, it looks like a worm. Look at that thing. What is that? No, back to the middle. Does that little thing evolve into one? I don't think so. No. I'm just looking at this thing here, because that sort of looks like a mitochondria, but at the same time it doesn't. If you go through the images, it doesn't actually look like a substantial mitochondria. So yeah, it looks like all the mitochondria in the image. It does help a bit having a drawing tablet here this time, because makes the lines a lot more smooth, except I find that I'm a lot more error prone. Probably because I'm just doing it fast. There's nothing wrong with going fast. If you get the wrong answer, it's the power of the crowd that saves you. So even though you may have the wrong answer, the majority of people will have the right answer. Interesting, look at those little like specks around there. They look like, I don't know, spawn of the cell or something like that. They just separate. Interesting, there's a little white speck right here. I wonder what that is. Looks like bone, but it can't really be bone. There's a little bit at the bottom that I want to get rid of. There we go. That's plenty. Whoa, I am getting tired. I should have probably eaten some sugar or something like that. Oh, I did have a cookie, but that doesn't seem to be picking me up. Oh. I feel like I'm doing endurance driving. I'm driving long distance. You get too used to actually cruising that it just shuts off and you do it subliminally. I went ice skating today, and that's exactly what you feel after you start doing a lot of ice skating. So for the first like 15 minutes, you're working out your balance and working out just how to remember how to do it. Since like the last time you did it, which was like when you're 7 years old or something like that. And then the rest of the time you're out there, you're pretty much just cruising, and you start to forget that you need to balance because it just comes second nature. That's how I floored it one time. Yeah, I only fell over once. I'm better than most people. But damn, did it give me a big bruise. But yeah, definitely keen on going ice skating again. It was pretty fun. It's not that much fitness, like it doesn't put that much pressure on you. which is a little bit unfortunate because I do want to do sports for the fitness side of it. Because I feel like I've done like barely anything in terms of fitness this year. That's why I'm going rock climbing every month. Every week. To get that fitness up. But yeah, ice skating's not really that good for fitness. It doesn't push you that hard. Rock climbing does though. You get those really crazy hard courses where it's literally like a 45-degree angle against you. So you have to climb up imagine a slope like a hill, except instead of the hill going up and you going forward, the hill comes up towards you and you have to go backwards. That's tough. That's a tough thing to do on rock climbing, and I so far haven't really mastered that yet. Probably because just my size to mass ratio is just out of whack. Yay, something a little bit more interesting. Let's see if these two ones connect. I'm not sure if that's a connection. I'm going to take that as a no. Perfect. Okay. Whoa, that was like the most perfect curve I've ever drawn. That was sort of terrible. No, get rid of it. Yep, get rid of it, get rid of it. We don't want those extra things. Is that a mitochondria just above that last one we drew? I'm not sure, that doesn't really look like one to me. I mean, it's small, it's grey. I'd say that is, yeah. You can see sort of like a wavy line in there. So I'm gonna mark that as one. Whoa, that was terrible. Sorry, I've got my head in like a really bad position right now. Okay, at least I got that. So yeah, let's just click done. Easy. Looks like a dog bone. Alright, that was terrible. Give me another one. Yeah, good enough. And it looks like nothing else in here conforms to a mitochondria. And we got this one again. Let's see if they touch this time. Nope, they just separate from each other. Typical. Oh wait. Damn, I have to do that again now. Forget these are separated. Okay, that's one. Okay, that's done. Oh, I think I need a bit more stimulation than this. Jeez, I'm not the coffee type of guy, but I feel like right now I need a coffee. I think I'll go until the music finishes. I think that's plenty of time, unless I suddenly get like 7 viewers. If that's the case, I'm going crazy. Yep. Alright, I think that's enough mitochondria for me. Oh, let's end the session on what's it called? Muons. Muons. Let's get some muons going. I do not want to drop that on my table. Alright. Muon hunters. How far are they with this? 6%. They need a lot more people getting on here. I guess muons aren't that popular. Not many people like the thought of muons. Like, bruh, what's a muon? Well, if you want to know what a muon is, it's like an electron, except like a whole lot heavier. Like, imagine turning a grain of sand into a car. That's how much bigger a muon is than an electron. Now, obviously, that's not entirely accurate, but it's a good estimation. Try to do not muons, select muons. That's pretty much it. That's all we got. Damn, I feel like I can do this in my sleep. Sometimes I do this in my sleep, actually. I've had dreams where I solve mathematical problems. And I think I've had a dream where I've been doing Zooniverse projects. Oh. Majority are not muons. Yep. None are muons. Yeah, majority are not muons. That's a muon. Ah, looks like it's a slow day today. Not many viewers. Maybe everyone's out for their Friday night. While I'm sitting here identifying muons for a living. You don't get paid for this, which is a little bit unfortunate. If there could be a sponsor or something for this, that'd be awesome. Keep soldiering on. I gotta wait till the end of the song and then I'm finished. Alright, selecting muons. That seems to be the only muon. None of muons. Hey, those are pretty clear muons. So yeah, muons are just circles or partial circles. That's what we're looking for. Even if they're pretty faint, we gotta click them as well. It's a muon. I don't know if we have a highlight for this week. I don't think we do. Unless we find another smiley face. A smiley face would be nice. We've gotten smiley faces in here before. Some of the results were smiling at me. Yeah. None. One of my friends told me to stream some audio surf. I'm pretty good at audio surf, so I've been thinking of doing it. Just need to get it set on Windows because currently I'm on Linux. I just realized you don't really get to see anything down here on the screen because Firefox doesn't include my taskbar. So I really think I should put something down there, like a banner or something. It looks like a great place for a marquee. Just depends what we're going to put down there. I'm not going to put down cryptocurrency prices because that's not really relevant to science. Muon, you get a muon, you get a muon, you get a muon. None of muons. Okay. I think that's enough for me. I'm sort of starting to drift off every now and then. Okay, let's come back to my home and let's see how many we did. 3, 4, 6, 3. Minus that. We made exactly 20 classifications. Now, I do have a little bit of a critique about this because it feels like I've done a lot more, but in reality I've done less, according to this. But I sort of don't believe their metric, because I think stuff like, if you do it on the muon thing and say, oh, no muons here, that doesn't count as a classification. So, I'm a bit skeptical about that, but, yeah, gaining all those classifications. I'm very passionate about my muon hunters. I like to do a lot of that because not a lot of people do the muon hunters. Actually, what are other statistics? How many things they got? Yeah, they got. Oh, actually, they do have lots of volunteers. So it seems like they got their work cut out for them. Anyway, for those of you that joined, thanks for joining. I think I'm gonna log off for now because it's getting late and I am actually drifting off. Because I've had an exhausting day. Yeah, I'll be doing this a lot more frequently during the holidays now because uni's over. It's not starting till another, I don't know, 3, 4 months from now. So I got plenty of time on my hands. I'll definitely be doing this a lot more, try to be doing it a lot more. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Feel free to donate. There's a donation link at the bottom of the Twitch channel. Yeah, I'm saving up for a web camera. So if I can get my hand on some donations, I'll be spending it on a web camera because I sort of want to put my face up onto here and also onto the podcast that I do for volunteer science and Boink and all sorts of stuff like that. And hopefully it can become a lot more interactive and I can actually have something here instead of like the black down the bottom here. So yeah, see you next time.